Alright guys, we've got to clear something up. Our good friend, the Ace-9, never loses a game. He only donates a victory to his opponent. Why are they not accepted? What the fuck is going on? Hello, Carnage. Earth to Carnage. He's listening to the stream. Naughty, naughty boy. Alright, I'm sorry for the profanity and the swearing, the abuse, and the 18 plus. Now Ace, if you could unblock me on Steam, Discord, so I can actually like react to your stuff, that'd be cool, thank you. Thank you very much, TYVM. So, spawning today on our lovely inland game with our 4 pools, a little bit unequal, well, sort of favouring Carnage in a sense, but in a sense, Greeky also has access to these two. A little easier as well. Carnage, today, player number 1. Let's give it up for the older man. So he's taken these 2 early storehouses, playing quite greedy. Greeky, at this stage, only on 1 storehouse, but probably going to go for 2 as well. Oh no, he's going for 2. Just couldn't see it there, it's just hidden from me. I haven't got rotated camera on like you big brain guys. Inland is map, Carnage only set it. So big brains 1 and 2 here. Greeky, player number 2 today. Kelty on his Greek, and we've got him here, double storehouse. So both players fairly mirror in their builds, looking for the hunt, looking for the ponds. Should I redo the map? Nah, fuck it. They'll survive. So Carnage, if he wins this, it's just because of the water. If he loses, well, he is big noob. So we'll just see how we go here. He's on that lake. Greeky getting on this lake, a little bit further travel time, but he'll survive. That's just RMS. Come on guys, not every map is going to be the same, so we just got to toughen up and just play it out, just like Sparta, just like old times. Carnage is going to finish up that dock a little bit quicker, gonna be on that first fishing ship a little bit quicker, so that's going to be a bit of a favourite to him. So not good for Greeky, but Greeky at the same time can get on this lake, and Carnage, well, he's got to decide whether he wants to go for this lake or this lake. And Greeky not taking any stone yet, Carnage not taking any stone yet either, so it's probably going to mean that they're both looking to take a second lake, I'd say. Let me tap into your brains, kids, and figure out what builds you're going to play today. Now we see some stone gathering, so perhaps Greeky is going to go for the quicker town center, perhaps Carnage is going to go for the second lake, because he's scouted out this one. Not sure he's scouted out this one over here. Perhaps Greeky. Both gonna go up to 3. Well, Greeky, Carnage only going up to 2, but here we go. Carnage going for the second dock now. So instead of going up to 3 fishing ships on the one lake, he's going to take a second lake, go up to 1 or 2 on there as well. Greeky going all the way up to 3. Is he going to go up to 4? I doubt he's going to go up to 4. He's going to age up instead. So really smart gameplay here from both players. Sorry about the shitty overlay in the first game. Second game was pretty good though, so guys, just fucking bear with me today. I've just had a couple of tins, so just recovering. Carnage going hard on the wood. Actually going up to the 3rd fishing ship now on that water. He's got enough for the town center. In terms of wood, getting a little bit more stone, getting the edge. Hasn't got the edge up yet, so Greeky's got the edge up and got the stone, nearly. So Greeky only on 1 lake, Carnage on 2. Carnage, you fucking greedy old man. Go for 2 lakes. How dare you? Now honestly, it seems to be the way to play this map. You're gonna, unless it's a 3 lake map, if it's a 4 or a 5, you're gonna pretty much have to go for 2 lakes, I think, because as long as you can not be too far behind in terms of your military production, even possibly get it out before the second town centre at worst if you've been a bit sloppy. I think it's worth it. Yeah, no one cares about your Sparta game, I'm sorry man, but today is not the day. Oh, we've got a bit of a contest going on here, and Greeky is the one with the age up advantage, but Carnage, distance gathering over here, so he's going to see this here. Carnage, Greeky's actually cancelling this, he's gone, well, you know what? Wrong person. So Greeky's gone, you know what, I can't fight Carnage just yet. I'm going to do the macro choice here. Take this lake instead. So both players on a lake. Carnage perhaps a bit in a better spot to defend them, because he's right here next to this one here. Greeky instead are going to get a lot of map control out of this. Already got that town center up. Carnage a little bit slower in his. 27 to 23 is the village count, so Greeky actually a bit behind on the village count. I don't know how. Oh, actually, I do know how. He's got less fishing ships, so 5 fishing ships to 3. Although 2 villages. Oh, Carnage is Egypt. Oh, that makes sense. Camel's going to come out here from Carnage though, and Greeky, well, he's going to go for the barracks in, he's going to get the spearmen out. He knows that Carnage is going to want to play about on the camels, but camels are invaluable on a big map like this. Camels, raiders, Asabara, lancers, so powerful on this map. You can snipe docks with ease. Greeky going to be able to deny Carnage's opportunity to expand on here. So this is really smart from him. He's already got the trireme there ready. Carnage, in the meanwhile, on the other 2 lakes though, hasn't had to spend the money on a fishing ship, so he has that advantage for him. And he is going to save the worker. Oh, she does get really low though. Ooh, 15 health, 10% health left. That's not much at all, Carnage. What are you going to do about it? You're going to heal? Oh, he's actually rallied off the priestess. Ah, okay, so he wants to go straight on the armory. Big brain on Carnage. Oh no, he's going to go straight onto the other town center until the armory is done. Bigger brain on Carnage. So how many stables is this lad up to now? So he's up to 4 stables. Getting the camels out. There's spearmen to defend here from Greeky, but spearmen are slow as a wet week, so Egypt does have all the initiate here. They have the potential to snipe the docks before the spearmen get there, or put pressure on the docks, peel away, hit the base from a couple of angles, and just put the Greek under immense stress at this stage of the game. So all the way up to 4 stables. We got the armory finished up for the for the Egyptian player. Temper on the way. There's a single barracks so far for Greeky. Nothing much else at the moment. He's got the stables on the way, but the saris, bit counterproductive for him at the moment. I mean, they can catch the camels and they can put harass on the Egyptian player, but they can't actually really fight them at all. You almost need to rush your opponent with the spears in this position so they can't move the camels anywhere. They've got to fight you. And if they do, they just can't take the actual fight because the camels can't fight the spears when you've got an even amount of value. You've got a couple of extra spears, then camels out because they are a cheaper unit at I think 55 or 50 cost us 100. And Greeky has these 2 lakes, but Carnage already has a huge number of 13 camels. There's only the 4 spears here at the moment. There's no saris coming out for Greeky. Instead, he's basically just decided to go for the age 3, but he can lose a dock here. He can probably lose a second dock if he's not careful. Carnage needs to hurry up and get all the camels here though to take this down as quick as he can. The rest of them aren't really doing much at the moment, so this is not the best for Carnage. But now here they all go. But because they've been faffing about over here, they haven't taken out the dock till now. So they're going to stick around and fight the spears a bit longer than they needed to. Carnage is going to need to save them in the sand. Oh, actually, no, Carnage has the unit count here. But even still, If he can get this dock down as quickly as possible, he can put Greeky on the back foot by a huge amount. Greeky still has that initial villager there from placing the dock, so that's not good for him at all, because if that gets sniped as well, that's a big amount of value. Carnage is going to focus it down with a single camel, so that's perfect for him. He's going to get the dock relatively quickly, so both of Greeky's docks have been sniped already, so he's already on the back foot right now. Carnage has 2 legs. Greeky has all these populations on 2 legs, but they're not doing anything. And he doesn't have the camel count to the spear count to defend. He's gone for triple stables. He's got 4 stables behind this, but he's going to get the prods out now. But are they going to be enough to defend against all these camels? Because Carnage, even though he doesn't have champion, he's got the unit count advantage. Going to be able to back out just outside the TC range. And if Greeky takes a fight, it's not going to go well for him for the next minute or so. Carnage finding that there's a bit of a gap here. Greeky is going to lose a couple of villages to this. But Carnage is also going to lose a camel to this, I think. Oh no, Carnage does get out of here in time. Greeky replacing these 2 docks, but that is a bit of an investment. There's another little run by of camels here, so this is perfect for Carnage because he can just deny this once again. Coming by is going to snipe the trireme, so this is great for him. Greeky microing back just in time, but cancelling that dock, so he's not going to be able to get on the water. And over here he's going to get knocked back once again. Poor old Greeky, losing the pair of villagers. 61 to 63 the villager count, but bearing in mind there's 6 fishing ships for Greeky doing absolutely shit all right now. Compared to Carnage's 5 fishing ships doing all the work in the world. There's single spear here, keeping an eye on things, but it's not getting any value for Carnage, for Greeky. But Carnage right now, running away with these camels, running some in from the other side. But if he's not careful, then he's going to run into a huge force that is going to be a good counter for this. He's backing out just in time. Camel Rider champion in queue at the moment, and the age 3 damage upgrade for melee damage, melee units for the Egyptian player. But Greeky positioning himself around this dock here. He wants to be able to get at least one of these lakes. Carnage leaving the fishing ships, because why would you kill them? Like, they're not doing anything, so it just means there's 3 more population locked up for your opponent until he takes the dock. And only once he actually starts on it do you worry about killing them. Carnage walling up over this side, preventing any run-bys. Now the Prodromos 11 speed, the Camels 11.5 at the moment. But I think Greeky can still get the upgrade, can he? Yeah, Greeky can still actually take 2 upgrades for speed. Whereas Carnage, I believe, has probably taken both. He's taken 1. So Carnage forcing Greeky out of his base without losing much. And Greeky in a bit of a deficit for food at the moment. 70 villagers to 86 for Carnage now. A whole bunch of villagers of Greeky's being sniped now. I don't know why he's throwing them away. Carnage hasn't walled this off completely though, so if some units do sneak around here, he can get some damage out of that. Carnage in the meanwhile heading over that side to reinforce. So Greeky back on the water again. Carnage probably going to run out on his legs a little bit quicker than Greeky now, because he's been able to defend his legs so well. But I don't know if this is a fight that Carnage can take, because there's so many Prodromos here, and the Camels just get mopped up with ease. And the Camel, even with champion upgrade, just can't fight the Prodromos. So just slightly higher damage on the Prodromos. Less health, but more damage, and they attack a little bit faster, I think. But right now, Carnage with a good surround here, but there's just so many Prodromos as well. So I don't know how this is going to go for Carnage. Well, maybe he needs to get some chariot archers in the mix. Because Greeky has tons of Prodromos here himself. He needs to get some more in the mix though, because he's got 6 over here, and this could really help him tidy this up. And Carnage now has enough to really be able to reinforce and turn the tide of this fight. So Greeky is instead running south over into Carnage's base. But this will be interesting to see if he gets any value out of this. And he is repelling Greeky now. He's repairing that hole in the wall. So Greeky is going to have to cut through that again. There is some spearmen on the way, but they are a little bit late now. The wall is up. And Carnage just needs to get something to repel the spearmen. Keep going in once again. Got some Prodromos in the mix. Got some more spears on the way. And he is trying to deal some damage around Carnage's base. He's going to pick off the little priestess there doing nothing. And that little watch post. So Carnage is going to have to defend. Going to have to choose between denying anything coming through here and cleaning up around these markets. So Greeky right now 78 villagers to Carnage's 88. Both players age 3. Carnage a little bit more in the bank. Greeky with some impressive raiding at the moment. Carnage having tried to raid Greeky, but look of it being repelled there because there are spearmen in the mix. So a nice mix of units here for Greeky at the moment. But Carnage just may have the upper hand being able to be at home here. 25 camels, there are 11 spearmen, but there are no more Prodromos in the mix, so things looking a bit dire for Greeky right now. Carnage has a little bit more. Right now, Greeky has more in population, but I just think he has too much around the map, not here. And these Prodromos need to be dealing damage somewhere in Carnage's base right now, but they are going to interrupt all these barracks going down for Carnage. So that's good for Greeky. He's bought himself a little bit of time here. And Carnage is going to need to have to send everything across here to deal with this. But he is still going to attempt to get these barracks up here. This is potentially a little bit risky. Greeky is going to interrupt the first one of these. He's going to interrupt the other one. And Carnage is going to be hot on his heels though. 11 speed versus 12.1 here on the camels. But Greeky has managed to find a hole here, and he is on the market of Carnage at the moment. So even though Carnage is wrapping up this fight outside of his base at the market of Carnage, there is Greeky again chipping down the markets. So the Prodromos not eager to take a fight against a bigger number of camels, but they will try their hand at killing all these caravans that are going to be idle around the TC, because the markets have gone down now as well. So Greeky has actually won himself back in terms of score, in terms of population now at the moment. But Carnage does have enough in the bank, is transitioning to the Axeman champion. Still has this big screen of camels to deal with. So Greeky needs to figure out a way to deal with them that doesn't involve using spearmen, because the Axemen are going to counter that outright. So he needs to get something out to deal with this. There's a good number of Prodromos there, and a good surround there from Greeky, so Carnage forced to have to back off. Once again, Carnage has a small number of camels, but Greeky instead idle. He could have picked off those 3 and backed off, but he's actually going to try and run his way through Carnage's base right now, splitting up the Prodromo somewhat. Keeping them all together once again. And going to keep running back here to try and pick off all the caravans, because Carnage hasn't thrown up his markets again just yet. So the caravans going to fall. The villagers around here going to fall. But he is chasing Greeky out here, and Greeky doesn't have a huge amount to replenish with at the moment, so Carnage is going to pass him in population at the moment. Both players pretty much finished up on the water. A couple of the spears trying their luck here inside Carnage's space. Carnage walling up with the second set of walls now. X-Men champion being queued up for Carnage. Damascus skill, the age 3 melee damage upgrade for Greeky on the way. Greeky already has his age 4 upgrade. Age 4 in the bank, up his sleeve, so he gets his age 4 TC out a little bit quicker here. He can actually force a good fight against Carnage, but there are these X-Men in the mix, so Greeky needs to have something to deal with them. He needs to have some of his chariots to deal with them, because Greeky, not chariots, needs to have some Toxotes or Gastrophetes to deal with them, because the X-Men going to be able to take good fights against Hypaspis, going to be able to take good fights against any infantry, and the Prodromos, well, it's a bit of a slow fight really for both, and the AoE damage means that you can get some good value against the Prodromos, but ultimately the Prodromos will win. But in the meantime, Carnage straight into the middle of Greeky's base. He's distracted him in the meantime, and Greeky has broken his way through Carnage's base, but Carnage potentially get a huge amount of value. 90 villagers to 73 for Carnage. So Greeky has the economy to come back from this if he can clean it up, but he needs to get everything home to do that. And because he's pulled everything home, Carnage is right to actually keep on expanding back at home. How much is Greeky going to lose for this? But Greeky has got a good force to clean this up. Probably didn't even need to pull back everything, to be honest. Probably could have sent a small force of his own to come in on here, deny Carnage of the wood, deny him of a bit of gold, something like that. Put him on the back foot himself, but right now, all the Prodromo is going to clean up the rest of the camels. Carnage still at 170 population right now though, so Greeky fairly broke on food. He's been forced off all his farms. Still 88 villages now to 73. He was up to about 90. And Carnage been able to move out again. He's got all these really throwaway spearmen. Spearmen and champion. They've cost 5 less gold, I think it is. And they're a little bit tankier. Big force here for Greeky though. Huge amount of cavalry running through Carnage's base. Carnage trying to go for a Temple of Tar. Greeky can interrupt that. He can deny the age 3. Instead he's going to try and take the house. Oh, he is going to go for it. So sniping that. Trying to go for the town centre, it seems. Splitting his forces up though. He wants to go for the other town centre. Carnage instead going for all these food gatherers of Greeky's. Trying to slow down him as well. Greeky only down to 18, but he's got that at least. Carnage is going to lose the town centre for his troubles, and potentially another here. So this is an amazing base trade situation. So Greeky has picked off all of Carnage's town centres. Holy shit, what am I seeing? Carnage is down to only having this town centre being rebuilt right now. But he is going to be able to try and take a good base trade against Greeky. So Greeky, you're going to be able to bring everything back in time. And have you done enough damage back at Carnage's home base? He is leaving some units behind. He's continuing to pick off the production of Carnage's. And Carnage is sending all of his units in right now. Greeky has some units here to defend. But there is Spearman in the mix, so it's making it hard for Greeky to defend with the Prodromos. He doesn't have enough barracks or enough rangers at the moment, but he does have all these units back here on the way back home. And he has cleaned up a couple of stables of Carnages. Carnage at 145 population and can't build anymore till he gets more houses up, and Greeky still has units in his base, doesn't want to throw away too many of them. 56 villages for Greeky to 58 for Carnage, so it's a really anybody's game at the moment. Greeky has 3 town centers left. Carnage has only got 2 so far, and Greeky is going to be knocking on death's door here. He's got walking straight past the house. Oh, he's going to clean up the house. Going to be able to clean up the town center as well, and he is going to be able to repel Carnage's attack right now. Gastrophedes in the mix. Prodromos here still, and I think he might have enough here to turn around Carnage. And he is going to get the second town center for Carnage. Oh, will he? He doesn't really see what's going on, and Carnage just has all these units picking off his army. But here he is. He's backing off now. He's going to try and assault somewhere else in Greeky's base, but there is plenty in Carnage's base. But Carnage has plenty of spearmen here to defend. So Greeky once again being repelled, but over on this side of the map, Greeky, now his market line in a terrible spot. Carnage harassing the shit out of it. So Carnage has come back from nothing right now in this slightly favourable position, harassing the hell out of Greeky's markets. Greeky a bit behind Carnage on gold, still has all 4 town centres, but Carnage really has recovered quite well. Market lines going down. Another army of spearmen coming in now. Market's gone for good. Spearmen now trying to take down the town centre, but spearmen don't last so well against town centres as the Prodromos do. They do have a lovely 1.5 times building damage modifier and higher damage than the spearmen, and a little bit of higher health as well, so much better unit for focusing down town centres in the late game. The Greeky a bit caught out with this slower army composition. He needs to get moving and deal damage somewhere around the map, because Carnage has suddenly seized the game back from him again, and Greeky no food in the bank. He's going to find it hard to try and replace any units to get lost here, so perhaps he is best off trying to force Carnage off all this food, trying to maybe harass him off anything he can, really. I don't know if Carnage... Oh, here we go. Carnage's got a fairly defensive market line, it seems. Carnage trying to work away at this town centre of Greeky's and at this other town centre, so this is a good split up of his units here by Carnage, and Greeky hasn't got the Gastrophedes here split across to defend, but he can come down in time to defend all this, I think. But Carnage is going to be able to get the topside town centre now. And Greeky, do you have enough to defend? Can you bounce back like Carnage did? Gastrophedes are now here in time, where Carnage has that little bit more in the bank. I think he might be able to bounce back from this, and there isn't a huge amount here to keep the Gastrophedes safe, and there is Camel Rider champions here, and they deal a lovely amount of damage to the range. Carnage, oh, Greeky, how do you manage to do it? Greeky has managed to save it, but he needs to get the Prodromos down here immediately, because these camels are harassing the shit out of all these farms. That one spearman, not enough to kill that villager. Greeky, you can't hit from there anymore. Look at how many walls there are. Carnage is doing everything he can to keep that town centre safe. But Greeky is going to try and come in from another angle. Everything Carnage is running in at an angle to try and cut these units off, but Greeky is microing them with all his heart, and he's trying to get some markets out as well. He needs to gather some gold, but Carnage is already going to hit that side. Greeky is going to try and snipe the market, and he is going to get it. So nice play from Greeky, but he doesn't have the Prodromos to win against this fight against the camels, I don't think. He's going to lose this town centre, so damn man, that's a lot of villages there for Greeky. Carnage doing a wonderful job against him now. The Prodromos for Greeky though, they do turn the fight in the end. And he is going to clean up these gold gatherers for Carnage. Villager counts is 53 for Carnage, 41 to Greeky, so he needs to get more villagers out. Carnage really whittling him down. Greeky unsure if he wants to try and go with the Gastrophedes or not, because if the camels go in on them, it is over. And they're not doing a lot of damage to the camels. The Carnage too busy trying to take out the economy to worry about the Gastros. Even though, yeah, it'd be a really good trade for him. But right now, Greeky is going to start losing Gastros, and this is terrible for him. Greeky, no! Prodromos and Gastros up here trying to clear out buildings of Carnages. But Carnage is probably better equipped to take the base trade at the moment. He's destroyed this town centre. He's found out about this market. He's he's up by about 50 population at the moment, so camels now going to be able to clean up the Gastrophedes. There should be enough of them. Not enough Gastros. It's not a great fight for the Gastros at all. But up here, Greeky still has a little bit more in the tank. He's got these enough Prodromos. There are some camels coming in now for Carnage. So Carnage now with a bit of a decisive score lead over Greeky. 40 villagers to 51 for Carnage. And the Prodromos, no Prodromos here to guard the Gastrophedes. The camels do actually make their mark. GG guys. What a game. Fuck man. I was rooting for Greeky there. I thought he had that when he got all 3 town centres. That was amazing comeback there from Carnage. GG, well played guys. Fucking hell. What a game. What an absolute game.